Hi, I'm Aishwarya. I'm 2025 CCYAN Fellow. I'm from India. And this is my husband. Well, so today we'll have a raw conversation. Um, how was it for us going into a relationship, getting married, glimpses of our wedding prep. We'll try to make it as open, raw, and informal as possible. So I'll start with my first question. So, how did you feel or how do you take it when you came to know that the girl you were interested in is having a chronic health condition, which is a serious condition? I would like when I was hospitalized for quite a long period, you came to know that I'm having a chronic disease. So, for some reference, we met in college. We were classmates.
So I think it was not like on a like all of it that okay, like you wrote an exam, then the results came out, then it's like you're passed, you're failed. So understanding that you have a condition, it's not like one fine morning that I came to know about this. It was much more about like learning more about you, like coming through the conversations that we have had about you and about what you have been. So slowly, I was able to understand the intensity of the situation. So I would say that there were times that I was also sympathetic to you or the condition that you were facing. Then from the more conversations that we had, the more understanding that I came to have with this condition of the people who are having such autoimmune conditions, how they deal with it. I think my emotions also kept changing accordingly, and that is how I came to an understanding. I mean, that is where we both came to the same page. So that's how. So if you ask me to give like the first like reaction, like oh, she had also no, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, like I knew that like, you got hints that like I'm getting tired, I'm getting sick on this certain things, and you were also very inquisitive to know what's really happening with me, and I was not ready to reveal those parts of me. Uh, but like when you had that short understanding that something is really wrong with the health, how is it going on? Was it a shock for you or like,
Yeah. So like I mean, even if you when like my like partner or like if you were even my colleague, like knowing something like this would always leave you in a question mark. So it came as a like shock to me obviously, like because since also not just to me but during that time also to many like fellow peers and our friends circle and everybody. So it came as a shock to me at that time. Then like I also like start having better understanding. I would say that yeah, like from the Google and also like me myself being coming from a medical background, I think I was able to understand more of like these cases. But since I have also not had like first-hand experiences, talking to somebody about like knowing what it actually is, so that made a difference later on. So,
did you feel like changing your decision or
I think maybe like this was something that then came between us, or between our love affair, or like, I mean, if we are moving ahead, I don't think that this was something that came as a question between us, is what I feel. So, yeah, and I think that everybody um, like even if you are choosing a partner, make sure that it doesn't come as a question mark between you both. I mean, there would be definitely many other things that we have not on the same page like every other partner. But make sure that some things which are inevitable that they don't come as a question mark between you people possibly.
So you mean to say that like these things since health or disease not in our hands, something that we can't control.
So, like it's not like of course I understand that that's not something that's not under our control. But I think it's something that we should like we should find a way. We should be able to manage that situation. So if you are not ready for that, or that's not being possible, then I think that's the other side of the story. So uh, I feel that you, if you want, you can add to.
Okay, so the next major time when this is hit us was when I had to go to Guinea collecting research. So that, like for me, that was a bit scary even. I didn't know how life would be after that. That came all of a sudden. And before getting into hemicolectomy, there was time where I was totally in pain for a long period of time. So not able to meet, not able to even take phone calls. Uh, and like even when we are meeting during those periods, like I could not eat anything. Um, and I used to run to the toilet, always try to find one wherever we are. So how was that period?
Yeah. So like uh, I think yeah, there have been like many ups and downs, and there have been many twists and turns. Uh, but I don't like feel that there was a moment of like awkwardness, or it was more about knowing what it is and like what the situation is demanding, how we can cope with it. Was the one of the like I wouldn't say like one of the strategies, but something that like something that worked out between us. So it didn't came as like a situation that we couldn't handle ourselves. And like also with respect to the last question, I would say that I have also not seen you much when you were actually like that sick. So it was more of your conversations that we had, and then slowly I could see that you were also going down. And I believe that there are like external like, factors also, uh, both internally also factors, and the surroundings, the stress factors, and all of this. This is actually acting as a contributing factor. So many times my like thinking or my brain would seek or like be curious about that fact rather than like being bothered about like your physical health. What is the causative factor is was something that was always curious.
So like you do not feel like you know getting a healthy partner, someone else.
Yeah, so that's what I said even just. So that was something that like didn't came in between us or something because I think back then we started off as friends or when we started dating, I'm pretty sure that you have also not been talking about all of this much. Uh, and you appear to be like a very healthy person. So later on, so I have never perceived you as a uh, as an unhealthy person. Uh, and yeah, like when there has been a downfall and there has been like a up down like a roller coaster ride, but I would say that it was not something that was a very panicking situation or an awkward situation.
Like you mean to say that you do not feel like stepping back from that.
Yeah.
Just because of this.
Yeah.
And
I mean, sometimes I do get I do find reasons of stepping back when you get angry. Or like also when we both are not on same page at many
okay.
things. So I can like, but I don't think that the physical like mishaps or like issues have came between for not considering you as a player.
So when you decided to get married, so how was it when you presented this to your relatives and kids? Since I was having such a
So, like honestly, I mean, to be very honestly and frankly speaking, I have not told many people because I'm also not sure how they will take it. But definitely, there were also people whom I was sure about, like also people who I do share everything, share my parts of life. So to them, I have told like people who are close to me, I have told like this and so and so. I mean, they were also a bit curious about what that actually is and how it could end up, especially the like elderly family peoples. I mean, the family like who were just there as the elder people whom we look up to. So they had it as a concern. But then ultimately, like marriage is something that was left to my completely my choice, and there wasn't anybody who would persuade me or who would ask me to marry a particular girl or like the partner that I should marry is something that is uh, some solely that I take responsibility of. So, yeah, that's-
And how was it dealing with when it comes to day-to-day activities, being a partner of chronically ill patients? So, not that most of the time I'll be having the total energy to participate in things as a healthy person. Sometimes I'll have joint aches, like headaches, like mood fluctuations, fatigue. There are a lot of foods that I can't eat. So dealing with all these day-to-day life difficulties or compromises, I would say.
So yeah, like there have been like many a times where like I would like to like go out, have a ride, and like sit back, enjoy, go for a movie, and like where you would prefer to like just sit at home because you may need more time to settle with yourself. So I would say that there have been like times when when it has been like a bit irritating. But like I think all of those are like things that comes between every two partners who start a life together. So I think like I have not actually thought my brain or processed in my brain that okay so and so is happening because she is having problem. But if I feel that like okay like she actually needs rest, I mean you actually need ample amount of rest. I maximum try to like avoid that situation where in which I would like to go out or like hang out. I would also suggest to like let's say like let's not go anywhere, let's take some rest. But yeah, uh, yeah, but all these are like I think it's something that manageable things, not something that actually is a major issue. Should I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, when we were about to, like, when I was dating you and when you started becoming serious about the relationship, was this something, I mean, with respect to the illness, was it something that was actually bothering you?
Yes, it was bothering me. So, if you could remember, like before the surgery, like even like tiny things, like a lot of gurgling sounds used to come inside my tummy all the time. If you can remember, even that used to make me nervous with what happens if you because anyone who sits near me could hear all those sounds. So you know, like you could also be hearing all those. So how you will feel, how you are going to judge on that, and I was on steroids, a lot of medications, and there was a lot of changes going through my body before and after surgery. So I was also not comfortable with those changes. I was not ready to look at them there. It felt me so underconfident. Uh, it was too difficult for me to get out of the house, to involve in social gatherings, to face the crowd. So all those times, I also had doubts how you think.
So, one thing is that something that you wish uh, that I that I have understood or that I haven't known or that you wish that okay, this is something that he gets about me. I mean, with respect to again the illness, something that I don't identify or not able to help with.
Mm, the one thing that I felt is, like sometimes I just need some time for myself so that, like, even if I'm physically tired or mentally tired, like, you would feel a lot concerned. Uh, but mm, for me to heal, yeah, your support was always there and was very strong factor that made me keep going. All those are there, no doubt about. But still, like, like making sure you're there, but still giving me the time and space with what I could feel a lot better because just that, like, time and space, solitude to myself would be enough for me to become.
Okay, I get. Maybe we should rethink on our
Yeah.
me time.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you would like to change, bring a change in me?
So when it comes to uh, like when we make a decision, I think like, we should really consider that about your disease also. When we make a decision in our family life, I think we sometimes act very normally. We act and we take decisions according as normal people. But maybe because like as we know that the good times come, and but like to be prepared of the storm always, I think we should take cautious steps. We should not put all our energy. We should keep that a little bit to ourselves, and we should always take decisions considering that that we don't get back to where we are, like from how far we have gone. So that's something that I felt those.
So to be more grounded and not be fast forward manner every time.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'll try to.
Is there something that you want the world to know? I mean, the world to know about about you. I mean, something that we have not shared with respect to your illness.
I feel for anyone with chronic illness, not necessary that, especially with a disease like Crohn's, because of its invisible nature, and normal with chronic illness like runs around and saying, uh, I have this, I will do this, that. We always try to keep it to themselves as much as we can. So, whoever you meet around, you don't know what actually they're into, what demons they're fighting. If you come to know if someone is sick or something is not right or so normal with someone, just show some care, attention. That would be one. Is there any advice you would like to give to anyone who has got doubts whether they should go for a partner with a chronic condition? That like I mean.
I think it's something that's really personal. It because like if you feel that whatsoever that person have, imagine something that's more worse than what's happening to that person, and if you still want to be with that person, I mean, you should definitely go ahead. If something worse than that is not something that's possible for you to handle, then it's better that you don't uh, go for it.
I like this.
Thank you.
So mm, let's come to an end. So before ending this, we've got glimpses of our wedding prep. So you can have look. Today is 15th October and 4 more days left for my wedding, which is on 19th of October. There'll be a pre-wedding function on 17th. It's the after tomorrow. So I'm done with all the important stuff like inviting guests, getting all the fit checks for my wedding outfits. A lot of content related with countenance, especially if you are businesses. Our website, a lot of us, a lot of content. You can all have a look at it. You can buy.